You want to know what the fuck I saw this morning? You want to know what it feels like and looks like when you're loving somebody that's living in active addiction and homeless? Want to know what the fuck that feels like? Because if you don't know, I'm about to fucking tell you as a mother. I have to make a phone call at 9 o'clock to see if there's a detox bed. And although you know I didn't find Nehemiah yesterday and I didn't see Nehemiah yesterday to be able to bring him some Gatorade and something to eat, I still came home and I went to bed. And I got up this morning because I have things to do. Today is a self-care day for the most part. Mondays is what I usually do my self-care days on. I found my child in a small parking lot, asleep on the cement on top of a backpack. Totally out of it. Due to Mr. Meth, I don't know what, or just a lack of sleep, on the fucking concrete. You will never know what the fuck that feels like as a mother to see that. And I can't impose my will on him. Those are natural consequences to his choices, because he could go to the other detox that he refuses to go to because he had an experience with them before that was not good. His mindset is on this detox, so we just have to wait for him to get a bed. And then from the bed to treatment. And then from treatment, hopefully out to the Beckham farm out in, or whatever that farm is called, out there in Oregon. That is heartbreaking as a mother to have to see. But I do it. You know why? Because anything else is not a fucking option. Cutting my child off and not showing him unconditional love is not a fucking option. Do I feel like telling him to go fuck off sometimes? Yes. But let me tell you something. My voice has to be the voice in the darkness, because Mr. Meth and Mr. Fent have come to take him out. So I have to love him more than he loves them. I could not live with not telling my child that I love him and showing him love and support in the event that Mr. Fent took him and off somewhere over the rainbow they went together. I couldn't live with that. So when people say, don't enable him, I have never enabled him as far as feeding him. That's not fucking enabling. That's my child. He deserves to eat no matter what you think. He deserves to have love no matter what you think. And most of the time it comes from people that don't have a fucking clue. Now, I do have people that still believe in the old ways of cut them off. Sorry, I can't live with that. And I don't know when we're going to catch up. We've learned how to teach differently in the schools. We've learned that people learn differently. We parent differently than us Gen Xers were parented. But when it comes to addiction, they just... Even some of the people that are in recovery have called me an enabler. Cool. I'm going to love my child. And I'm going to let him know that he's still loved. And I'm going to let him know that I'm not ashamed of him. I'm going to let him know that when he's ready, because it is his journey and it is his choice. I can't save this kid. I can't save him. But I can walk with him to a certain degree. I can have very healthy boundaries and I can do what I can live with. I mean, I do believe there are things that helping can actually be hurting. Nehemiah told in the live that we had that I was a helicopter mom and I did not allow him to experience natural consequences to his choices. Well, he's fucking experiencing them now. You can't impose your will on somebody else. You can't. And I don't battle that anymore. I just love him right where he's at. Yeah, I love him where he's at. You can't save somebody that you love, no matter what they're going through. You can't save them, but you can love them. But that's a whole lot of what the fuck when you have to walk away. I didn't wake him up. I'm going to go back up there at 9, but I didn't wake him up. I didn't wake him up. I just let him sleep. But to see that shit, fuck. But I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that he had breath in his body. I always say that, that it was a win. Yeah. Some other people are like, well, how do you do it? How the fuck can I not? How can I not? I'm his mother. I can't imagine abandoning my son. Now, I do have some non-negotiables in my life. I'm pretty strict about that, but like Nehemiah can't live at my house. Nehemiah's got to live the life that he chooses to live, but that doesn't mean that I don't love him and that he doesn't have the fucking basic right to eat or to have a hug or to see his mom. I don't know. And I also understand that there are circumstances that have gotten so toxic and volatile and all of that kind of stuff where people cannot engage with their loved ones. So I'm not judging. I think I'm talking more to people that have never experienced addiction. Or maybe you are and you're going through it and you just don't know what to do. Well, the reality of it is, if you do nothing and something happens, you got to live with that. I told John that, my oldest. You don't have to take part in this. You don't have to be, it is what it is. You don't have to, but you have to live with it in the event that something happens, because that's Russian roulette at its finest right now. When you're dealing with Mr. Fent, Russian roulette at its finest. There's no other way to say it. Every single time. But anyways, I got to get my shit together. I'm going to pack my car back up for him. Well, not pack it up. I've got a big thing of Gatorade and something for him to eat. And then I have to make the phone call at 9 o'clock. And then I'm off to do what I got to do for the rest of the day. And I don't even know how he's going to be with me waking him up, because sometimes that can be a whole lot of what the fuck. But it's hard, man. It's hard to see that shit. But they're his choices and his consequences. I wish he would go to the other detox. I wish he would, but... And I'm not going to fight that. It's hard enough fucking dealing with this shit and taking on other fights. If he wants to be out there, let him be out there. I don't like it. I don't like the circumstances, but... you have other alternatives that you could be choosing, and you're not. So you live with the consequences. It fucking just sucks. I think I was talking on one of the videos about Jelly Roll and Bunny reaching out if I could do a live with them or get on her podcast or something. But you know what? The reality of it is, I understand how busy they are, and they're doing things at a higher level with Congress and stuff like that. But what we need to do, man, look here, especially us moms, we need to start fucking shouting from the rooftop that we need to start fucking educating people. We need to start fucking making this thing like real to people that don't think it will ever affect them. We need to start telling our stories. I've got a mom on here that I just spoke to via Messenger, and she was on my live, and I'm going to do a live with her. I'm going to do a live with Pitt. We need to start fucking shouting it from the rooftop. No matter where you are on the spectrum of addiction, we need to start. I don't think people get it. I'm just a regular chick. I never saw this fucking shit coming. And even when the storm started, I never thought that it would be a hurricane. Let me just say it like that. So, but anyways, I love you guys. I got to get my shit together and I got to go see this boy.